How about that, huh? How about that? Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Here, let me close out of this. I'm gonna work on things, make it a little smoother, but how about that, eh? That's gonna be the intro now from here on out. Welcome back to just a little small YouTube podcast where I just talk all things sports and I just yap about sports. Today is January 14th. It's Tuesday. I've seen a lot of good things today in the sports world. Last night we had our final wild card games of the division. The division is all set for the NFL. Before I left off to do some softball earlier today, we had a pretty good hockey game kind of cooking over there in New Jersey. We had the Devils versus the Florida Panthers. And so what I wanted to do today was we're gonna just kind of do kind of a not mediocre, but just like a relax. We're gonna just look at all the sports and stuff. We're gonna go from league to league. We're gonna start probably with like college football, and then we'll like go to the NFL, maybe a little bit of basketball, and we'll just do all the news that's going on right now in the world of sports. So anyways, if you guys have enjoyed, if you guys are enjoying what you're watching, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It surely help out this channel a lot. So let's get into it here. Let's go to ESPN. In fact, the first thing that I want to cover, we don't even need a yap about this. We know what we can cover first. Let's talk about the NFL, and the first thing that we can cover is let's cover the fact that the Cowboys said we're good with Mike McCarthy and they don't want him coming back. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, they've mutually agreed to part ways with Mike McCarthy. It's part of the business. I think, if I'm being honest, I think what kind of sealed the deal for McCarthy was two back-to-back losses to the 49ers. Plus, he's only won the division, I believe, once with his time there for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott's definitely regressed in his career. He's not doing as good as he used to. So there was a lot of, mumbo jumbo going on. So the Cowboys have, officially let him go. It doesn't surprise me. I think this is the first stepping stone to the Cowboys kind of blowing it up. Overreaction would be, I don't think the Cowboys are going to go anywhere, make any progression, whether it's the divisional round, whether it's the NFC Championship, whether it's trying to go for the Super Bowl. I don't think they're doing anything until they get rid of Jerry. And as soon as Jerry Jones gets out of the building, Cowboys aren't going to win anything. And I know a lot of former players like Troy Aikman have said stuff like that along the lines. But dude gets in the way. And I know there's a lot of owners that feel that way. Look at Washington, for example. The second they get rid of Snyder, look at what they're doing. They're cooking right now. And I think an early prediction would be, I think Washington's going to win, the NFC East in 2025. That's just me. And I've seen so many memes. Probably one of the funniest memes I saw was, if Dan Snyder was still the owner, this would have doinked off the outright and gone out, just kind of with bad karma and stuff for Washington. But anyways, I think, but the Cowboys getting rid of Mike McCarthy, I think it's the start to something. I think they're going to start blowing this thing up. I think the next one to go, we've already seen Zeke leave. I think CeeDee Lamb's going to be the next to go. I know that might be a little bit of a real overreaction because he's paid what he's due, but I think someone's going to get in CeeDee Lamb's ear and they're going to be like, hey, dude, you deserve a lot better. Whether it's, I don't know, one of the receivers around town, whether it's St. Brown, whether it's Jamar Chase, whether it's, who else? I don't think Lamb would leave Dallas and go to like Miami and go team up with Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle, but I mean, it's just, goodness, like there's so many outcomes that can happen. But I think the next piece is probably going to be some wide receivers. Micah Parsons might be the next one to go, and then Dak. Like, I have a feeling that the Cowboys are going to stick with Dak for another 3 years, and unless they get something going. I mean, I really genuinely think that the first puzzle piece was Mike McCarthy. Second piece is either CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons, and then third and final piece is going to be Dak. And then look at this, Cowboys are back to square one where they're trying to rebuild. Who knows how well Trey Lance is going to do? Who knows if they try to go get a quarterback this draft? Like, there's just so many possibilities. So that's my thoughts on that. That's, right off the bat. Something that's popping out right now. One of the top headlines, Mike Tomlin on teams eyeing trade. He says, quote, save your time. I'm going to have a guess that this has something to do with George Pickens the other day when they're like, how do you think the offense did? And he was like, good. And they're like, how do you feel? Like, do you think you're going to stay or something? And he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to head out of town. I definitely think George Pickens might be leaving this offseason. That'd be an overreaction. Of course, this is all just overreaction. I think Wilson's going to stay. I don't think the Rudy family is going to get rid of him because, I mean, the Steelers have had, 3-4 coaches in the since the 70s, so the Steelers aren't an organization that's a revolving door with coaches. I think Tomlin's safe, but the noises to get rid of him, definitely getting a lot louder. Other news, reading off of it, Lions running back Montgomery, he's returning confident with his, in knee, so he's practicing, which is really good because he was out with his knee injury. Sirianni, quote, lazy to question Brown's reading habit. What the hell? Why are we giving a shit about that? It's like, y'all are putting belt to ass to my Packers. Who gives a shit if he was reading a book? Which I've loved how the media's rolling with that, where like the anchors and stuff, like Philadelphia news anchors that are opening the book, they're like, look at that. Look at that. Other headlines, Pack task love to be more vocal. QB guru retires. Well, vocal or not, dude throws 3 interceptions. He needs to fix that. What else? Sources, Browns name Reese, ex-Notre Dame quarterback, as offensive coordinator. Okay. This is a big thing coming out, headlines from the Rams, because this was happening last night in the Vikings game versus the Rams here in Arizona. Tight end Higbee expected to play Sunday versus the Eagles. That was something. Matthew Stafford, he was tearing it up there at the beginning of the game, as we remember. He went like 10 for 10, 11 for 11, something like that. It was just a little shy of 100 yards. And then Higbee had chest pain, and then he went out. Like, there was one play. I think I know which play it was. It was the possession that made it 13-0. But like he caught a big pass for like a 15-yard game or something, or inside the red zone, and then he went out, never went back in, which hopefully he's all right. Knock on wood. Let's knock on some wood. Hopefully he's okay. Nothing too scary, because the second you start dealing with chest and heart, I mean, hey, proceed with caution. All right, what else? Let's see other big headlines from the NFL. Let's predict who will land all 6 opening NFL coaches jobs. Yeah, I know the one that's going around right now is Deion Sanders. A lot of people now are talking, Deion to the Cowboys. Give me a break. The number 1 seed questions, how much does the bye really help the NFL playoffs? A freaking lot. Steven ain't confident Deion and Jerry Jones can work together. Yeah, okay. All right, Steven, stay off the Zaza, dude. What type of coach might the Cowboys look to replace Mike McCarthy? Definitely a Dan Campbell type. Yeah, because that was another thing that I noticed when people were talking, was how Jerry Jones wants a lot of ownership, and he wants to be in charge of a lot of things, what's going on in the building. And when you look at a successful franchise that have kind of turned things around, Dan Campbell came in, and what's going on with the Lions. I think obviously the GM and the owner, they have a little bit of say with Dan Campbell, but Dan Campbell owns the room. I don't think Mike McCarthy owned the room. You know, respectfully. I mean, I think, I think Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid owns the room. I think Harbaugh maybe just because he came in. I don't know. I mean, some owners are a little more stingy. They have their hand in the cookie jar a little bit more than others because, I mean, you want to hire guys and trust them to turn something around, and that's definitely what's going on with the Lions right now. Oh boy, they're about to. I mean, if knock on wood, they don't let Washington come into town and get an upset. They're hosting their first NFC. You know what? Let me double check. Let's even check it in the chat. Let's double check, guys. Chat. Do you think the Lions have ever hosted an NFC Championship game? I don't think they have. Hold on. Let me. Lions NFC Championship game. Home. Let's look here. Detroit Lions have the Lions. Probably before the Super Bowl era. Have the Lions been to the NFC Championship game? First time they went was in '92. Oh, okay, so yeah, no. They've only been twice. Where's the one in 1992? Let me look at the 1992 NFC Championship game. Hold on. 1992 NFC Championship game. Dallas Cowboys versus the... No. Championship game. Maybe 91. Let's see, 91. RFK Stadium. Where is that? Where's RFK Stadium? Washington. So it was in Washington. It was not. Okay, so the Lions have never hosted an NFC Championship game. So that might be fun. Where, hey, what? And the fact that the first one that they, the first one that they went to was against Washington, and they got to get past Washington to host their first. So it's a little bit of a fun full circle moment, but not as full circle as when Von Miller having to play the Bills. That's funny. Okay, let me see. I put down some other things that I want to check real quick in the NFL. I just put for GBS. I just took notes. NFL - Mike Tomlin needs to go. I don't think the Steelers are going to get rid of Mike Tomlin, but I mean, we will just have to see. I mean, you can look at the record. I think I didn't know these stats right off the top of my head. I had to watch other videos, shout out to Barry, but where he's 3-7 in his last 10, but he's lost 6 straight, and there was context to the ones that he won, like how the fact that the Dolphins win was the last one that was in the 2016-17 season. Backup quarterback Tannehill was not playing in that. So things are pretty sparse. I mean, you lose to the Browns, Cleveland, your division rivals. You shouldn't. You're the home team. That's Big Ben's last huzzah. And then they lost to the Bills. They lost to who else? That was with Kenny Pickett. Who else did they lose to? Who they just get? Oh, the Ravens. They just got smacked by the Ravens. How could I forget? Like, it literally just happened, 2-3 days ago. But so, yeah, they're, not McCarthy. Tomlin just, I mean, I'll be honest, if the Steelers want to go anywhere, they got to get rid of him. That's just me. But the thing is, the locker room probably loves him. He's probably a really good coach. Plus, outside noise doesn't matter. Like, what I have to say, what you have to say, what all the NFL media, they don't give 2 shits. They don't give 2 shits. Any other crazy, reactions? Let's do a reaction. Now that I'm seeing reactions for Sam freaking Darnold. I think Sam Darnold, because I think this was a contract per year, because he got $10 million for this 1 year with the Vikings. I think Sam Darnold, in the course of like the last week, he was probably going to get maybe a hefty bag. I'm thinking maybe a 3-year contract. I don't think he's getting shit now. I think for teams who had a quarterback but would have liked a backup quarterback, or maybe, you know, the Raiders or the Titans, where it's like, okay, we're going to get some draft capital, let's trade for this so we can, you know, have Cam Ward learn under Sam Darnold's wing or something like that. I think the teams that were in the process to try to make that happen, no, they're like, no, we're out, because what Darnold has kind of shown us is with a shot for the 1 seed, it comes up empty. You know, with the shot, you know, to move on to the next round against the Rams, 9 sacks later. So this has been disastrous last 2 games. I mean, I've been overreacting about the Packers loss, where it's like, we gotta cut Jordan. They're not going to, but I mean, there's been some bad football lately. What's another one? Oh, they're talking about a fan almost having it. Well, it's just because it's freaking cold. Of course, fans are gonna go shirtless to games. Come on, man. Okay, let's now transition to, should we talk a little bit about college football? Yes, let's, actually, no. Let's talk about baseball first, because I don't think there's any really big news with baseball. All I know, here, let me double check, let me pull it up real quick. What if players that could change team ranking? All 30 MLB rosters. Verlander hopes training, blah, blah, blah. Cubs trade infielder. So there's a lot of roster moves going on. I would say the biggest story that came out like yesterday is one of the biggest like highlights of game 1, because game 1 of the 2024 World Series was the biggest one. Like, it had the walk-off, it had the, you know, the fan interaction with, what was that, like the bottom of the first, top of the first inning or something. Like game 1 was the most entertaining one out of all of them. But the news that broke out is Bob Manfred put it in, you know, pen and paper, where it's like, we gotta get him out of here. Those 2 goobers, don't know their names. I know they've been interviewed by like John Boy Media and like Barstool Sports, and their personal, probably social media careers have taken off, because like 1 second, you know, claim to fame, everybody has a gig now, everybody has merch, but those dudes have been banned from every single freaking stadium. And I think it's just shit. Like, honestly, not to mince words, like, you shouldn't be, really, come on. Like, I mean, I think it just, fans interfere here and there, but a lifetime ban? I just think it's kind of, man, like, just ban him. You know, you banned him for the rest of the postseason, and it's like clean slate. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if they try to register in, like, hey, we've seen this name before, because we had to like ban him. Like, people are gonna know. Like, the staff, everybody, they're gonna know if they try to get into the stadium again. Like, the receipt will show on SeatGeek, oh, hey, he's gonna sit in this section again. You see what I mean? Like, so it just seems a little silly. It just seems a little silly to ban him. I wouldn't have. I'd just let him keep going to games. But that's just me. All right. Okay, what else? Oh, all right. So now let's transition over to. That's all I have for baseball, because baseball's kind of really slow right now because it's the off season. All right, college football. Oh, there is a lot of buzz. There is a lot of buzz around Arch Manning potentially hitting the transfer portal and going to North Carolina. I think it's a fart in the wind. Why would he leave Texas? Texas is set up so perfect. I think Ewers is going to go to the draft, even though he hasn't declared. I mean, I'm not saying people want him out of Texas, but, you know, you can kind of feel it in the room where this is going to be Arch's team next year. And then there's the other thing where Quinn Ewers is the one that transfers to Chapel Hill. I don't know. I think his eligibility would be a graduate transfer eligibility, but I don't think he would. He transferred up from Ohio State to Texas, played 2 good years at Texas. Yeah, they lost, and, you know, it's not the ending that they wanted, but I still think Quinn Ewers could be a first-round pick. So that's just me. Isaiah Bond, the receiver, has left Texas. He's entered the NFL draft. Same with Golden. Longhorns tackle. The Longhorns tackle Williams opts for the NFL draft. Okay, what else? Penn State Warren, top tight end prospect, opts for the draft. Oh, yeah, shit. Mario Cristobal, unsure on Beck's time to. Well, yeah, because he's probably going to have Tommy John surgery. Yeah, so those were the other two things. Those were the other just two big things. Right now, I'm leaning towards Notre Dame for the Ohio State versus Notre Dame National Championship. I'm leaning towards the Irish and rolling with them. Might take that one on the chin when the Bucks just blow them out. But the two biggest stories that are standing out right now in college football, we have one that's like, hey, look at this. And then we have one that's like kind of sad and somber. But so let's start with the somber one first and then go to kind of like, hey, happy. Some unfortunate news that broke a little while ago. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is because it's been confirmed and there's been police reports about it, which I might do a Rumble exclusive where I just kind of give my real opinions and stuff, which is probably just me saying, hey, dumbass, but that's just me. That's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but then I'll just keep moving. That Kyron Lacy, the receiver for LSU, is currently, I think wanted. I don't know the actual term, but he was involved with the hit and run with the former, Navy SEAL who tragically passed away in that accident. Just sad. It's freaking sad. Like, I think he would have been maybe a sneaky first-round pick if there was a team that was really desperate for a wide receiver. I mean, we all know the catch that he did against USC. Some of the wide receivers coming out of LSU have been really good. So it's really tragic and unfortunate that, you're being dumb behind the, wheel of an automobile. So there's that. Probably a little bit more. I'll think of some other stuff to say if I do want to do a Rumble exclusive on that one. But then the other news, drum roll, Carson Beck transferred. He went this was one of my favorite memes where the meme that was going around was Carson Beck asked his agent, like, hey, what are the odds about my draft stock and stuff? His agent farted in the phone and said, hit the portal. But I think coming into this season, the odds on Carson Beck winning the Heisman were pretty high. I mean, we're like, look at what Georgia did to Florida State in the Orange Bowl. Like, they were like just high hopes. And I just, the way the season played out, you could see his stock just kind of tank slowly. Same with DJ Uiagalelei. Like, if DJU didn't play a single snap this season, his stock would be up a lot more than, hey, look at this, you went 0-3 to start the season and then you had to have wrist surgery or whatever they did because, man, it wasn't working. Plus, an injury is an injury, and players, they got to do what's best for their health. If the team's shitty, they want to get surgery because it's best for them, they got to do what they got to do. So I think Carson Beck and DJU are in a unique situation where it's like, you're definitely going to be your late round guy. You're not going to come first round, day one kind of guy, but we'll just see. I think, how long does Tommy Johns usually take? I know Brock Purdy got injured in the NFC Championship game, but did he come back for like week 2 or 3? Let me see. Tommy Johns surgery recovery. Nine months. It can take up to 9 months. So, wow, they're going to have to do. They're probably going to. They're probably going to have to run 2 quarterback system because, I mean, 9 months is a long freaking time. We're in January. He hasn't necessarily, like, if he wants to have the surgery, he hasn't had the surgery yet. But I mean, 9 months puts us in October. So he's not going to be playing spring ball. He's not going to be playing summer ball. Like, we won't see him for the spring game. Who knows if we see him like, ooh, yeah, they're definitely going to have a quarterback for the first few. Yeah, they're going to have to have a quarterback for the first couple games. So maybe he redshirts this season, and his first official year with the Canes is next season. But again, that's a stretch. Nothing's out of the ordinary. I mean, hey, Aaron Rodgers wanted to come back on a torn Achilles, same season. So who knows? Maybe he's throwing the football by spring. No, spring ball's in March. He definitely will not be throwing the football by March, but August, we'll see. We'll just have to see. Plus, everybody's going to follow it, to a T. Like, hey, is he back? How is he looking? So, but that's my thoughts on that. I think Carson Beck, it's good to have a fresh start. Some shit that, like, I heard again through social media. You can never take anything on social media as gospel, but like his whole relationship thing, off the field, distraction. His teammates in the locker room was sick of his shit, which a lot of people were clowning him. Of course, you're gonna go where your girlfriend is, to Miami, which maybe those are true, maybe they're not. I don't give a shit. But I mean, yeah, if you lose the locker room and guys lose respect for you, I mean, everybody has their relationships, everybody's got their family, so that they got to deal with. But like, if it becomes a distraction, because hell's sakes, 2-3 years ago, we were clowning on Mahomes because his brother wouldn't stop being so freaking cringy on the sideline, and his wife was dumping drinks on people. And notice how we haven't heard anything from the Mahomes family, social media wise, in a while. So it's like, he probably had to sit down and he's like, look, you're being clowned online. Cut your shit out. So, I don't know. But I think we'll probably see how well Miami does, because let's be real, their comparisons and who they're going to be matched up against. I mean, we can take SMU and roll SMU for the next year. SMU might be a big opponent for them. FSU is probably going to come back, maybe be an 8-win team. So got to look at their matchup against FSU, and then got to look at their matchup against Clemson. So, I mean, those are 3 big games for the 2025 season where Carson Beck's not playing, and we'll see if he is. Let's just hope that all of them are at Hard Rock Cafe. All right, so we've talked about NFL, we've talked about college football. Let's jump into, have we talked about the NBA? Let's roll with the NBA. Let's see what's going on. Damn it! I knew I'd have to talk about this one. Okay, it's Jimmy Butler. It's about my boy Jimmy Butler. So another big story that's coming out is that there was a lot of speculations about a week ago-ish where Jimmy Butler's talking about, I'm not happy playing basketball. And like, of course, we always have to, what are you really saying? Tell your feelings, what's really going on, Jimmy. But a report that did come out is that he actually, went to Pat Riley, had a confrontation face-to-face where he's like, trade me. He's been serving his 7-game suspension. Do I think it's warranted? Yes and no. You can look at it from both sides. I think it is warranted on the fact of like, Jimmy Butler quit on his team. You can chop it up to effort. You can chop it up to just whatever the frick you want, but holding players accountable is definitely a big thing. I mean, he's an old-fashioned guy. We know this, but there was probably a riff that started with last year's social media comments with how, he'd send the Celtics ass home, he'd send the Knicks ass home, and if you're not playing, keep your mouth shut. that's probably what started it. But definitely some stuff that's going on in the locker room that we as fans have no clue about. Probably been building in the offseason to now where it's blown up, where Jimmy's like, dude, I want to get the frick out of here. So it's tough. It sucks. I think there's been a lot of speculations that the Grizzlies are coming out as a top landing spot, which I think I think it's probably going to be the Warriors or the Suns. You trade badly. You trade Bradley Beal and maybe a second rounder for Jimmy Butler. Maybe, hell, I don't know. Who else could you trade? Well, who else would be in the market for one? I mean, would the Spurs go after Jimmy Butler? Gosh, I don't know. Speaking of, there's another top headline. Curry says Dubs shouldn't make a desperate move. With trade deadline just around 3 weeks away, Golden State guard Steph Curry wants to see the Simpling Warriors get better with not the expense of making a desperate move that would deplete the future for the franchise. I.e., hey, we're freaking struggling. We can't get our shit together. Let's send some future guys off, get some Jimmy Butler in the building. I don't know. Like, I don't think he'd go to the Lakers. I don't think, definitely not going to the Nuggets. Shit. I don't know who Jimmy Butler's going to go to. Whoever he goes to, obviously I'm going to root for that team hardcore. Because like, I freaking love Jimmy Butler. Love what he's done for Miami. Loves how he's turned the franchise around. Like, Jimmy Butler is definitely, he's a franchise dude. He's a franchise guy. You know, you build franchises around him. I think the incompetence of trying to get talent and trying to get pieces like Damian Lillard. We're all going to talk about Damian Lillard. Miami had the chance to go get Damian Lillard. They didn't. They opted out. Lillard said he wanted to go. They didn't take a shot at it. And that kind of incompetence is going to keep people up at night when, hey, look at this. We're going back to the dark ages again. Kind of how it was post LeBron. Because we didn't get guys to build pieces. I mean, Strus, who else didn't show up in the playoffs? Vincent. I mean, there were guys that they got rid of after the 2023 final. But again, we didn't bring guys in. Definitely could have benefited because it felt like Bam was the only. Our big Bam had to match up against Jokic. So we didn't bring any bigs in. We didn't bring it like. I probably have videos from 2023 talking about where, you know, Bam was our biggest dude on the team and Jokic was just taking his lunch money the whole series. So I don't know. They didn't build really good around Jimmy Butler. He's gonna leave, so that sucks. Okay, let's look at some of the scores around the league. Today we had 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. So the Cavs continue their winning. They beat the Pacers today 127-117, improving their record to 34-5. The Thunder won as well today, 118-102 over the 76ers, dropping the 76ers to 15-23. Damn, the Sixers are ass right now. Hawks get a 5-point win against the Suns. Trae Young dropped 43. Holy hell. Yeah, that was one of the articles that said it's his career best. Pelicans beat the Bulls. Bucks beat the Kings by 15. They improved their record to 21-17. Kings are at an even 500 overall at 20-20. Nuggets beat the Mavericks 118-99. Jamal Murray had a 45-point performance. Hello. Yeah, that's impressive. And then the Nets beat the Trailblazers 132-114. So let me look real quick at the standings. I want to see the top 8 teams. Yep, Cleveland, Boston, New York, Magic, the Bucks, the Pacers. Heat are still at the 7th, so last time I checked they were at the 6th, so they've dropped 1. Detroit's at 8, and then the 2 play-in teams, Atlanta and Chicago. Philadelphia 76ers, they're 3 games back from trying to get the 10 seed. Gosh. Washington still has a 110 games. Charlotte has a 110 games. Toronto has a 110 games. The Pelicans, they're 1 win away from reaching 10 games. Jazz have won 10 games finally. Yep, they won their 10th game. Who's on the biggest losing streak right now? I wanna look. Oh my gosh, the Wizards, they've lost 7 in a row. Who's on the biggest win streak? 4. Nuggets. Nuggets have won 4 in a row. Let's see who they've beat as of late. Clippers, Nets, and Dallas back to back. Impressive. Most certainly impressive. They're second in the Northwest. Any other crazy? Oh, then the West. We got the Thunder, the Rockets, the Grizzlies. So who ended up winning that game the other night? Let's look at the full schedule. Ooh, they lost. They lost by 2 points to the Rockets. Dude, Rockets right now, turning back the clock, back to 2018, James Harden days. So yeah, the Thunder are 1, Rockets are 2, Grizzlies are 3, Nuggets are 4, Clippers are 5, Mavericks are 6, 7th seed is the Lakers, 8th seed is the Timberwolves. The 2 playing teams are the Kings and Spurs. And then on the outside looking in, Suns and Warriors. Losing sons of bitches. And then the Trailblazers, Jazz, and Pelicans. Man, what the... Okay, let's see. How can the Suns get up a little? Let's get the full schedule. See, and look at this. You click on the Suns profile. Nothing but just Jimmy Butler. We getting Jimmy Butler? We getting Jimmy? Okay, you got Washington next. That can be a win. You got Detroit next. And I don't know. Pistons have kind of like low-key turned it around this season. And then you got Cleveland. L at Brooklyn, W. Washington, W. Clippers, W. So, oh, I heard that too. That Kawhi Leonard's taking time away from the team to care for his family and stuff during the California fires, which, good on him, put family first. Can't hate on it. All I know is that freaking the media is ripping him to shreds where it's like, dude's doing everything but balling. Look at me, dude. He's got his money, he's fine. Okay, NHL. Oh, and then we'll do college basketball. No, let's talk about college basketball first. Let's see any big. Oh my. Auburn is the #1 team. Okay, after the Vols lost their second one. Okay. So Auburn's the #1 team right now. Ooh. Cooper Flagg, he scored an ACC freshman record with 42 points in Duke's win over Miami. Shit. Duke took it to Miami 89-54. Missouri with the upset over Florida. Damn. Okay, so Florida's going to drop a couple. Caleb Grill buries a clutch 3 as Missouri takes down #5. So that one went to the wire. Love to see it. Love to freaking see it. Okay, let's go over some of the top scores. Okay, here are some of the top 25 and how they did. Number 24, Wisconsin. They beat Ohio State by 2 points, 70-68. Missouri got the upset over Florida, so Florida might be dropping a little bit. Top 15 matchup between Mississippi State and Auburn. Tigers are 16-1. They took care of business 88-66. Duke behind Cooper Flagg's ACC record. They beat the Hurricanes 89-54. Ole Miss, hey. Ole Miss on the road too. They go to Tuscaloosa. They beat the Tide 74-64, 10-point margin. They improved their record to 15-2. So Ole Miss is going to jump up the ranks a little bit. Marquette takes care of DePaul, 85-83. That looks like a close game. There's probably context to that. That game probably, I don't know, maybe that game was as close as it looked. Oh, no, that was a close game because it went to OT. Duh. David Joplin's OT tray helped Marquette avoid upset. Kentucky getting back on track. They lost to Georgia a couple nights ago. They beat Texas A&M 81-69. Illinois, they beat Indiana 94-69. And then Arizona. Dude, Arizona's had 2 upsets so far. They beat Baylor at home tonight, 70-81. They probably stormed the quarter. Let's look at Arizona's record here. So Arizona, whoa. Okay, 3 upsets in the last 4 games. Arizona's going to be, well, what's their record? 11-5. Nah, they're not cracking the top 25. Never mind. Because they beat 16 Cincinnati at Cincinnati, 72-67. They beat 21 West Virginia at West Virginia, 75-56. They beat UCF, 88-80. And then they beat the 25th ranked Baylor Bears, 81-70. Uh-oh, watch out for the Wildcats. Dude, but the Wildcats are freaking, like, I made a video. Yeah, go look at it. The handful of years ago when Princeton beat Arizona, I made a video. I was like, there's no way they can lose. And they lost. Okay, let's now go to hockey. Let's wrap this thing up. Grades for all 32 NHL teams as mid-season approaches. The Golden Knights, the Caps, the Jets, and the Wild lead the way. Final shootout. Panthers ended up beating the Devils 2-1. All right. Any other crazy... Not good enough quote. Penguins free fall continues. The Pittsburgh Penguins close crippling homestand with a 4-2 loss. Yeah, Pittsburgh's not. We're playing like shit lately. We are playing like shit lately. I'll probably read that later. But Pens are struggling. Anything else? Connor's hat trick powers Jets to victory. Oh, impressive. Oh, shit. Habs Hyndman sidelined after being hit by a car. Damn. That's scary. 76ers and the Flyers to get a new arena opening in 2031. Dude, we are in 2025. We do not give a damn. Forever Hurricane. Yep, I saw this one. Stahl sees his number 12 retired in the rafters. And then the Penguins have placed Evgeny Malkin on IR. I did see that. I think Ovi now, because that's the other one that is a big talking point. Ovi's getting close. He's not down to 20. He's not sub 20, but he's, I think, 23 goals away from the record to reaching the great one. Gretzky. Okay, let's look at the scores so far tonight. Everything's final. Yeah. Nobody's playing. Well, I mean, guys, it is 11:30. It is 11:30. No one's playing right now. Okay, here we go. So the Sharks beat the Red Wings 6-3. The Kraken beat the Penguins 4-2. Lightning get upset by the Bruins. Bruins win 6-2. Look at this. Hey, you win one and you start to let these games start to build up. You build momentum. I mean, look at this. Saturday, they beat Florida 4-3 in overtime. Like, I watched that game. That was a game I watched on Saturday, and you just pick up a little bit of momentum. Look at this. Let's look ahead. At Ottawa versus San Jose. So, Bruins very well could get 4 in a row here before they have to go to New Jersey and play the Devils. So, that's pretty good. Well, it's back to it. Also, other scores around the league. Stars beat the Maple Leafs 4-1. I need to have water. Sorry, my voice is so raspy, guys. Next stream. We had an opening. We had a badass opening with an opening montage. We're gonna do water next stream. I gotta bring water, so my voice isn't like by the end of it. Did see this before I left too to go play softball. Did see that the Capitals were putting it on the Ducks. They got a shutout tonight, 3-0. Blue Jackets beat the Flyers, 3-2. Wow, I must have missed an intense third period between the Panthers and the Devils. I left around intermission between the first and second when it was still 0-0, but looks like both goals were scored in the third to make it 1-1. Nothing in OT, so they went to shootout. And the Panthers won 2-1. Okay, Senators beat the Islanders. Another shootout tonight. Shutout. Islanders gonna get a goal. Anybody else have a shutout? No. Nobody else had a shutout. Flames lost to the Blues, 2-1. The Preds. See, it's games like this where it's like, the hell? Predators beat the Golden Knights 5-3. Predators are written off. Nashville's the worst team in the West, and then all of a sudden they come out home ice. Yeah, we're gonna put 5 on you. Steve Stamkos is gonna turn back the clock and have 2 goals. Oh my gosh. Jets. Dude, the Jets took care of business against the Canucks. They won 6-1. Avalanche Avalanche beat the Rangers in OT 3-2. I want to see the Rangers last handful of games. They lost to the Stars, but they beat the Devils and the Golden Knights. So the Rangers can beat the big ones. I mean, Devils, Knights, Bruins. Yeah, but that's pretty glaring there. They lost to the Hurricanes 3-1, Devils 5-0, Lightning 6-2. They lost to the Capitals 7-4. Shit. I think I remember talking about that one. I gotta watch more hockey. Mondays and Tuesdays are usually my busy days. But then by Wednesday, Thursday, we can get back into the smooth streaming schedule. Okay, and then the Canadiens, last game of the day. The Canadiens beat Utah 5-3. So now Utah drops their record to 18-18-7. Canadiens improved to 21-18-4. Let me check the standings real quick. Let me check the standings for the NHL, and then we'll end the stream there, guys. How does that sound? Be sure to hit that like button and sub. It'd go a long way. Okay. All right. So let's do conferences. Divisions we'll probably break down in another stream. Okay. So in the East, or should we do the league overall? The Washington Capitals are the best team in the league. What is this? 2018? Okay. So Washington, they're the number 1 team in the East, then followed by the Devils, the Leafs, the Hurricanes, the Panthers, the Lightning, the Bruins, CBJ, Blue Jackets, Ottawa Senators, Montreal Canadiens, the Red Wings, Flyers, Penguins, Rangers, Islanders, and Buffalo. Holy shit, look at this. 3 New York teams all just sitting in the bottom of the East. Sabres, Islanders, and Rangers. How many games behind? It won't show. Nah, it won't show game behind. Okay, and then in the West, the Jets have reclaimed the number 1 seed. Then the Knights, the Wild, the Stars at 4, Oilers at 5, Avalanche at 6, Kings and Flames, and the Canucks, the Blues, Utah Coyotes, and then the Ducks, the Kraken, third from bottom, Preds, the Sharks, and Chicago Blackhawks, chilling where they've been chilling lately. Yeah, the Blackhawks, Sharks, and Ducks. I've been really kind of like, meh. Same with the Sabres. All this hockey, I feel like I've been watching since 2022 to 2023. I haven't seen those guys do anything. Like they've been meh. One team I will give props to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they will go, are they a wild card team? Wild card. They are the wild card too. Yawning way too much, sorry. Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets have been a bottom feeder team, but they're playing inspired hockey, so good for them. Okay, let's see who has the worst losing streak. Let's do losing streak and win streak. Okay, so one team's lost 3, one team's lost 3. Oh dear. Okay, so we have 3 teams tied for the worst, losing 3 in a row. The Leafs. My Penguins, and then Leafs, my Penguins, and oh shit, they were right there. Blackhawks. Okay, now win streaks. We got a 2-er, we got a 5-er, and a 3-er. So the win streak of 5. Look at that, Columbus Blue Jackets. They are 8-2-0 in their last 10. Damn! I think they have the best 10-game streak. 8-2-10, 8-2-10. Ooh, 8-1-1. Dallas Stars. Okay, right now the best teams are the Dallas Stars and Columbus Blue Jackets. They're playing the best hockey in the last 10. In the last 10. All right, guys. I think we might call it there. How do you guys feel? Was this a good stream? Thumbs up, thumbs down. How do you guys feel? Okay, it is 11:40. That's all I got. To say. Again, if you're coming new to the channel, I like to cover sports. I'll play gaming stuff here and there. But yeah, I just like to yap about sports, cover all things sports, just talk, give my personal opinion about a few things. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in another stream. Peace out. Sweet. All right, dude. 12 watch hours. Dude, let's freaking go on the short side. All right, people on the horizontal end. I'm gonna be honest. I'm falling asleep at the wheel here. Dude, I'm freaking tired again. I thought tonight, because I was like, look, tomorrow's gonna be a half day for work. We might as well just, hold on, let me go back here. Let me stop recording, so, because none of this matters. Yo. But let me, yoink. Let me close those out. Like I was like, yeah, let's just do a gaming stream tonight, because it's like tomorrow's a half day, so it's like I can survive till noon. But dude, I'm so freaking tired. That's why tonight's stream was a little bit later, because we had coaching, and then played some baseball with some friends. So that's why I was a little bit later than usual. Gotta remember for tomorrow, water, freaking water, good. Hell, I know that for the future now, because I can feel my voice getting really raspy, and it's gone, because it's 11:40, and I've been yapping for the last 55 minutes straight. So anyways, once again, guys, I thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. The channel's been growing. Gotta be honest, the channel's been growing. Really happy about that. Yeah, if you've enjoyed what you watched, whether you're watching live or watching in the future, I appreciate what you're doing for me. I appreciate you for letting me know your sports takes that I can cover in future videos. Hit that like button, hit that sub. Thank you. We're probably gonna do, this is definitely a goal when I have enough, definitely if I have enough money to have a second phone line. I'd love to do a call show. I would love to do a call show where call you in, put you on the mic or something. People, if people are just, just yelling blasphemous shit, like I'll have my thumb hovering where it's like I hear anything like where they're starting to say shit where it's like, nah, get out of here. Because you can't control what people say, you know what I mean? Which I don't know how they do call shows on the radio, but yeah, there's a couple things in the wings. There's a couple things in the wings. I got a few things cooking. I can't show you all my cards yet, but yeah, guys, we're trying to cook here. We're trying to cook, but again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your night, whenever you're watching this. I'll catch you in another video. Peace.